Hi, everybody. Welcome to our team call tonight. I am going to go over some tips and tricks to help you with your business. Some of them you may already know, and some of them you might know. And at the end, I'm going to try and keep this short, so hopefully to half an hour, so that we can add comments to tips and tricks that you guys are familiar with, or maybe some that I haven't even listed yet. I want to start out first with tips on Facebook, since that's one of our social media platforms that a lot of people use and also use to run their business on. First of all, make sure when you first become an ambassador to Plexus that you follow your teammates on your teams. So like your own personal team page, then your upline, and so on and so forth. And what I do is basically, when I put a new ambassador on, I basically have them on team pages all the way up to Celeste. So that's about 6 team pages that they are on, which each one of these pages has lots of information, a good wealth of information. And each team has different, like we have teams that have some doctors and nurses and health coaches and stuff like that. So we have a wide variety of people with lots of knowledge. So make sure that you can friend them. So friend your peers or your runners alongside to run alongside with you. So follow the leaders. For example, I follow like Celeste and Roz and Sarah Marble and Jen Hopkins. And I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see. I'm not sure if a lot of you know how to do this. Find it. Maybe. Okay, can everybody see that?
Yep, I can. Yep.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Kathy. All right, so see right here where Sarah Marble's post is blue. So what I did when I clicked on her, I actually follow her. And if you look down here, it says see first. So instead of it being my default where it just comes into my feed, when I say see first, like what you see here, it asterisks it. And then if you notice, she's one of my first people that I see in the feed. And that's kind of how it is for like Plexus Worldwide, Emily Roberts. So those are some people that I follow, and I put them first so that I can see what's going on in their feed. Let's get back and I should have practiced how to move between sessions.
It's harder than it looks, isn't it?
I know, because I'm like, where? Okay, stop share. There is one thing to do, and that's really helpful because then you can follow along to what your uplines. And the other thing that I like too with Sarah Marble is she'll do like motivational videos, and she always does one on Monday. So I usually will listen to her with earbuds at work or something like that, and I will either listen to her Monday morning or in the evening or something like that when I catch her video. So also some other tips that you want to do is make sure that you create a team page. So what I was told when I first started, even though you are just one person, go ahead and create a team page if you don't feel comfortable in doing that yet. You know, you're more than welcome to wait till you get 1 or 2 ambassadors on your team, and then create that team page so that you have community and some place that you can also just post some information, you know, give your team some ideas, tips and techniques and that type of a thing. So just go ahead and create that team page and then just keep posting stuff out there, even if it is just for you and one other ambassador. One thing that I have done, and I've seen a lot of people do this too, is, excuse me, they'll create a business page, which is what I've done, or you can create a private Facebook group, which is outside of like your team page, and that accomplishes the same thing, where you can post Plexus information if there's a group of people that you only want to specifically target, instead of putting on, you know, on your team page or something like that. Then you can have this Facebook group page that you can add information, and I'm actually a part of probably about 4 or 5 of those pages like that, and they just post Plexus information and tips and health information out there on those pages, and also testimonies. Another thing, I don't know if you guys know that you can do Facebook Live. Some of us, if any of you guys did do Concerns IPA Challenge group back in January, February timeframe, we actually got together with a group and did a Facebook Live, and we each kind of did like an online event. So that was really fun to get to do that. And we actually had to practice doing a couple of Facebook Live events. So those are very helpful to, and also personal, to have your audience see you, see your emotion, basically to see how you're doing and what you're doing, and hearing in your own words, how you're feeling about Plexus, or, how it's helped you, or friends or family. And it doesn't even have to be on Plexus. You can, just video, do Facebook Live with your family, or an activity or something that you're doing that you want to share. You want to be able to capture your audience and bring them into you, so they want to constantly see what is so interesting about you and your life. Some good information too is when you see a great post, you either want to copy or share. Now let me see if I can share my screen again with you real quick. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I have a document. Watch, I won't be able to find my document. Okay. All right, so can you guys see the screen? Okay, so what I have here is I went to one of my posts, and it's a post that I want to save, okay? One way that you can save posts, you can also, there's a couple of different ways that I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is through Facebook, so you can just come over here to this little drop down arrow here, and it's going to bring up save posts, or you can edit it or whatever. So when you save that, that's going to put it in this little save section right here, okay? So when you want to go back and see what you've saved, then this is where you'll go. So if you found, I'm not by my Word document, because what I do is I copy and paste some of these compliant posts, and I'll put them in a document to save for later. So if I don't have time, or I'm not by it and I'm on my phone, then I just go here, click save, and then I come down to my save post later, and I can use it or copy it into a Word document, and then I'll just delete it and get rid of it. So here's an example. So if I clicked on save, here's some of my posts that I've saved within the past couple of days. So it shows you, and then you can click on it, and it'll bring you up to that web page that has that post. Okay? So the next thing I want to talk about is the copy and paste, like what I said. So you have a post that you really like. Maybe it's a testimonial, so you want to copy it. What I've done is I've created a folder on my desktop, and I've called it Plexus. And then within inside of Plexus, I have like all products folder. I have a pro bio and a bio cleanse, because those go together, or the triplex. So I've broken all my folders out and kind of done organization. And then I have like just one that I've called Plexus Documents, which I will send to like my ambassadors or customers for information regarding maybe testimonials that I can't post on Facebook because they're non-compliant and they list specific diseases. Those you can post, or I shouldn't say post, you can send those back and forth to each other in emails. It's just not something that you can post on Facebook because we have to be compliant. So those are ways that you can save to, like I said, a Word document. You can, copy and the whole post plus the picture, and then I just paste that into the Word document, and then I can go back to it later, and you can save your pictures from there and everything. Okay. So moving on. And then, like I said, you can go back at any point in time. You can pull those up and use them and post them at different times, because there's some posts that are like really good that everybody seems to copy and paste and post almost within the same day or the next couple of days. I usually hang on to mine and wait a week or two before I post some of those really good ones. So another thing too, I don't know if you guys know this, and I should have showed this before. Let me see, since I'm figuring out how to share my screen easier, let me do this real quick. Oops, let's do this one. Okay, so going back to the Facebook page. So let me get to mine for an example. So if I want to change who's seeing this, which I'll do this because I want to make this public. So I use Buffer to post, and I will tell you guys about Buffer in just a little bit. But you can change this from just your friends to public. So this means anyone within your friends group or anyone on Facebook can see this post that I just posted, okay? So that usually helps if you're doing like your Plexus post. It gets people out there, and I'll tell you what, it pays off, because what I've seen on my business page, I have an Instagram page, my business Facebook page, and a Google Plus page. And I'll tell you what, I've had people who I've done like reach out, or not reach outs, but win something or try a free sample or something like this, or enter in for a drawing. I've had people reach out to me through those. Oh, sorry. So anyways, that's how you would do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Moving on. So also when you are posting, and we've been told this a lot of times, so I know a lot of you already know about this, but when you are posting on Facebook, you want to make sure that there's a balance with your Plexus post and your personal post. So sometimes what I try to do, usually I will post my Plexus post first thing in the morning, and I will either post it personally myself or I use Buffer to do so. And then, you know, sometimes throughout the day, I really like motivational thoughts or spiritual ones. So I usually will post something like that during the day, and I try to post something about my family or something I'm doing, or, you know, just something that's interesting about your life. People want to get to know you, but they also want to see what you're doing, and we don't want to make our Facebook salesy. So when people go back and look through it, you know, and sometimes I'm totally guilty of that. I'll post something and then I'll forget to post something throughout the rest of the day. And so I've got just that one Facebook post for the day, and it's just Plexus. So we just need to be careful and make sure that we have balance when we are posting. We want to be engaging, be genuine, and consistent. You want to make a difference, and we do not want to sell a product. So ditch the salesy posts and graphics and share your why. And that's another fun thing too, as we've been seeing, and I know Kathy's made a comment about this too, as especially where you see the bag of Slim that people have, and they've crossed out Slim and they put balance and they put themselves in that picture with that. That's very personal. And so that draws people in, as like, oh, I know her. What does she do? What is that? You know, so it draws people in so that they can see what it is and what you're doing. And so if you make it personal, they're going to look and say, oh, well, I didn't know that did that for her or for him. So just balance it out. And then also posting your why can be very emotional and touching, and it draws people in and it can help them relate to you. So your post should definitely be positive. If you in one post are complaining about being tired and overworked, and the next post you talk about how Plexus products help people with energy and to be happy, then your posts are conflicting, and your Facebook friends will tune out. They won't want to follow you. Let's see. So basically, I'm not saying that if something tragic or something happens to you that you shouldn't share it or ask for prayers, because, you know, we have a lot of the prayer warriors out there that people will ask for prayers or for just, you know, keeping them in their thoughts. You know, definitely do that, but don't be toxic or negative. That really turns people away from you. You want to add value to your social media outlets through funny, inspirational, educational tricks, positive entertainment, cool experiences, etc. Increase the reasons why someone would want to follow you and pay attention to your posts. So now I mentioned Buffer. Buffer is one of those automatic posting websites. You can also use Hootsuite, and I'm going to show you real quick. Let me find my screen. That's just something real quick. That you can also use Facebook to post into the future, but it's for that current day. So let me share my screen real quick. And I'm going to go to my Word document. So what you see right here is a Facebook, you know, like as if I'm going to go post on Facebook, and you can click down here and it will actually allow you to say, you know, when. You cannot go to the next day. You can only do in a 24-hour period. So this is something, if you know, okay, I'm going to get on first thing, I know this is what I want to post. Put your post in here, and then you can set it, and then it'll post it at that time that you've set on here. Okay? So that's another way. And then also you can change it to friends, public, or whatever you want to do. All right? So those are a couple other things. I also mentioned Instagram. I have Instagram, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn. I mentioned your own team page and also posting on your Facebook page. So my buffer account posts to all of those pages that I just told you about. So what I do is I will post in buffer, and then I can select the accounts that I want it to post. Obviously, Twitter and LinkedIn, I'm very careful with LinkedIn because that is a business website. And yes, you can use it to advertise your business, but I'm very careful about what I put on there because I also use that for, it's my resume as well, for people to come and look at me for when I'm applying for jobs and that type of stuff. So I don't put a whole lot of posts out there. I do put some worthy Plexus posts, like maybe starting a business or what some of the products have done. But I try to be very careful with LinkedIn and what I put there. But it's totally up to you how you want to use LinkedIn. If it's totally for your Plexus business, then have at it. People pick and choose what they want to do with that. But everything else is a go for me on what I post for Plexus on there. Some other great training tools I want to talk to you guys about is the YouTube channel. I follow, if just go out to YouTube and you can go into their search and you can type in any of these names that I'm just going to give you a handful, but there are so many more people. Even our own team leaders and Kathy and Susan have put stuff out on Vimeo, I think is how you say that, YouTube. I've done a couple of things on YouTube. It's easy. It's free to get a YouTube channel. So anytime that you guys record any videos for your team, you can put them up there and upload them, and then you can post that YouTube link, and people are easy to, access your video and can watch it at any point in time. And then and I think with YouTube, it actually tracks how many times a person's seen the video, if I remember correctly. So anyway, so Plexus Worldwide, definite follow because they post amazing videos, and it's just videos that can be on products. The other thing is our diamond documentaries. Definitely you want to follow them. The other thing is I like Eric Worre. I think that's how you say his name. I follow his YouTube channel, and I also signed up for his subscription newsletter, and he has the most amazing motivational videos that he sends, and I try to listen to. They're like 5 minutes, and I'll listen to them every single morning. Sarah Robbins is another good one. She's, Sarah Rockin' Robbins I think is what she goes by. John C. Maxwell is another one. Lori Harrison is a good diamond ambassador to follow on YouTube. The McCalls, I love them. Susie and Chris, oh my gosh, they are so fun. I subscribe to their What's Up, and that's What's Up, their Facebook page, and I also follow them on YouTube. Plus, I also follow Susie and Chris on their Facebook pages because I just love those two. They can do it and make it fun. Heck, I think the whole world should be able to join and be able to do Plexus. They make it seem so easy. Jen Hawkins is a really another good one to follow. She has lots of good information. She is also Celeste Upledge. She's part of the Diamond Destination Diamond Dream Team Facebook page. Tamara Holloway, I love listening to her. Plexus U, you guys subscribe to those. Plexus U has a lot of great videos. Tara Castaneda, I think if I said that right. Melissa Eckenhorst, Julia Carty, Sonia Dudley, Helen McFadden, and Tim and Michelle Thomas. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Michelle is the one that does Plexus U. I'm pretty sure. No, she doesn't. Do you know who it is, Kathy?
It's oh my gosh, why am I
blanking her face? I can see
it. It is a husband and wife. No, Michelle Thomas, and they do Rock the Pink live.
That's what it is. Rock the Pink
live interviews with people.
Yes.
Like the Abarts.
Yes, that's what it is. Abarts.
Abart did professional videography full time before Plexus. Like he did videography. Like he filmed the show Duck Dynasty all sorts of he's done all sorts of high profile things. Now he just does videography for nonprofits. Really cool stuff. Wow. He has all this Plexus income.
That's cool. I love watching
those videos are so professional, because he professionally produced Plexus U's, which stands for university. Yeah.
Right. And I love it. Those are good ones to listen to too. And so when you subscribe to them, it sends you an email and lets you know when they have uploaded something new to their channel. So make sure you do that. I have like probably 20 that I'm subscribed to, but I just kind of picked a handful of ones that I listened to and I felt that are really good. But heck, you could do any of the Diamond Ambassadors. All you have to do is just research for them. Another tip and trick, I want to take us back to our back office. Now this, I'm just going to take us back real quick to my Word document. I just want to show you, let me get back to sharing the screen here. I want to show you just some things. You guys probably already know this, but I'll tell you what. In Susan's IPA challenge earlier this year, we had to get back into our back office and look and see what, to become familiar with it. So if you see under here, you got the training tab right here. So when you bring down that, you've got back office training, success on demand, Super Saturday. People, I have to give kudos to Plexus because they are super spoiling us. This is the best website for training. They have really stepped it up since I've been in Plexus, and I've been doing this for 3 years now. They are giving us the tools. They are definitely making sure on their promises that they made to us last year at convention. Your back office training is going to basically give you videos and stuff like that to help you get through the different sections. So it familiarizes you with your back office, okay? So the next one, Success on Demand, that's exactly what it says. That is our magazine. So when you click on that, I shouldn't say our magazine, that's what we have been highlighted in a couple of different times. So then when you click on that, it brings up all the magazines, and I can't remember how far back it went. I actually looked, but it's a little ways. And then it's got both of the magazines, I think 2014, and then this past one that we just got are the 2 magazines that we were in. And then Super Saturday, guys, this is awesome. So if anybody missed Super Saturday, here's your training. These are the videos that we got to see when we were at Super Saturday. And it also has the roadmap from you getting like from silver to gold, those different directions up to ruby, etc. So here is our path that we need to take. So this is very informational. So if you get a chance, get in there and look at that. Okay, so the next one under tools is our library, the media library, and our shareables. So under the library, you have your resource library. Guys, this has where the Consistency Club is. You can see it's got the Success from Home, all of that. As you dig through there, you're going to see things that can help you. You can go back and research, oh, well, what did we talk about this month? I think it has in here, or actually it's on your dashboard. It has like the Plexus Scoop that you can click on it and it'll take you in, and that's where you can get the P96 recipes for your shakes, that type of stuff. And oh my gosh, those are good. I've done like 5 of them and those recipes are delicious. Just you can get your convention credits, all that other fun stuff is all within here in your back office. And then your shareables is when you click on that, those are the shareables that with like Boost and Edge and the Triplex, and there's videos and the graphics and stuff that you can all share. You can, send them to Facebook, you can send them to Twitter, all right here within your back office. So they've really stepped this up and really made this a powerful tool for us to help build and grow our business. And then pretty much you guys know the shopping and the communications, they're working on the business group. But the training and the tools were the ones that I felt were most important to share with you guys. So moving on, I just wanted to give you guys some other information. I have a binder. Brianna created this for me last year. She put Plexus on it and then put a whole bunch of fun stuff on it. Be healthy, drink pink, and she put get rid of, she spelled it candid, but it's candida. But she did this last year for me. And so in this binder, I have tabs. I've actually kept, it's packed. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have information in here where I've got 11 ways to earn with Plexus. So I have the compensation plan. So just kind of in a binder like that. So I've got the compensation plan. I have a calendar. It's actually outdated, but I have a calendar that I keep track of, maybe my calls, that type of thing, or who I need to be calling or what I need to be doing. I have the Plexus product purchase that I just keep it on a sleeve. I have the Plexus Ambassador income. And I've actually shared this binder with a couple of my new ambassadors to help them get started. I have the Plexus product price sheet where it literally lists out, where, the products and what the retail price is. So when people ask you, you can say, oh yeah, okay, the triplex combo pack. Now these are the 3 different prices, okay? So you give them the retail, the preferred, and the ambassador, okay? And then it's all right here. You don't have to go to your website or anything like that. So I just had to use this yesterday. And then I just got a section for my team. So I just have it labeled kind of fun. And I just put on the tabs my team. And then what I did is I put everybody in, basically it was my genealogy report that I printed from my back office. And I just put that down there, just, things to keep track of as I've asked questions, or if I have ambassadors that are not quite working with me, or they have, things have come up. I also have an ambassador information follow-up sheet that looks like this. And then you can just kind of put some information. It just says, what their rank is, their anniversary, just different things like what their goals are if you want to get that specific about it. So just some options. Another thing I have is, Plexus product info, troubleshooting. So I don't know if a lot of you guys remember, some of the oldies might, but the Plexus Confidence Shield. So I have that in here, and just, to help overcoming objectives, ingredient questions and skeptical comments, basically how to handle those type of questions. I have product recommendations. So if someone says, man, I have autoimmune issues, maybe fibromyalgia, lupus, this type of thing. I have down, well, the Slim, the ProBio 5, fast relief capsules would be some of the products that could help with that. So I have something like that. I actually have a place for my customers that I've done the same thing. I printed them out from my back office. I just work with them. I also have a little folder in front that as I have contacts, I just slip it in there, and they're people that I need to work with and start contacting. So I have a sheet that I worked with, but I like Susan's a lot too. It's called 5 Alive. It was something that I used when I was in Tupperware years and years and years and years ago. But it just has like their name, the date that you contacted, their phone number, and what the results were. And so it's kind of like our 531 type thing. But the one that I like that Susan did was it's your path to being a diamond. And it has like, your meditation, what you're going to meditate, what you're going to be reading, who you're praying for, that type of thing. Kind of gets down into a little bit more of centering yourself and putting God first in your business. So just something like that. And then the last thing I have is I have a section for notes. I have a notebook in here. I have lots of notebooks, but this is one that I just have in here. And then I also have one that I did. I've done online Facebook events. So I've kept like the script in just a little folder back here in my book so that I know where it is. So that's just one example of some things that can help you. Your positive affirmations, we've all talked about that. I've got mine right up here. I look at it every single time I sit down at my computer so I can see my positive affirmations every day. And one thing that was also cool too in that IPA challenge is we had to write down our personal affirmations and say them 3 times every day along with writing them down. And if that doesn't make you a believer, nothing will, because it's just so powerful when you keep repeating that. I just put pray for your team and yourself, personal time, meditation, put God first. I already mentioned that. Plexus Power Tools, real quick. I want to give some time for you guys to ask some questions. I'm going to share my screen again. I will show you. I don't know how many go to, oops, under here, move. Thank you. I don't know how many of you subscribe to Plexus Power Tools. Guys, it's $10 a month for a year. And the guy who does this, he does it on his time, and he is amazing. And everything on here is compliant. So if you have, like, you've got a new ambassador that's coming, you know, here, you click on this, getting started as an ambassador. You know, you can click on it, you can keep it here. Sometimes I download it so it's quick to access, you know, depending on where I am. Look at all this information, recruitment documents, communication, follow-up, best practices. He has graphics for, you know, business, holiday events, products. Here's testimonials. He's got a ton of testimonials, and they are compliant. They have been through compliance. So if you see, they all say that they're listed by compliance. Okay, so he did have other ones out here. He took them down to make sure that he was compliant with Plexus. So any of these that you see here, you can share on Facebook or with other people, etc. So you are good here. So I just wanted to show you guys that it's a powerful tool, and also remember, it's a write-off for your business too. So $10 is well worth the year membership. Okay, let's see. All right, just a few more things, and then we can open it up for questions. Some things that I've learned, this is for participating in. So team challenges, like that IPA challenge that I was telling you about with Susan. I've actually done a couple of her IPA challenges. Let me tell you what, it is a push to grow. If you want to grow and to better yourself and to improve your business, the IPA challenges that are offered by our uplines are amazing. John and Kathy have done a few. I've done a couple with them. I've done a couple with Susan. It's just amazing. They truly force you in a good way to grow, and that's a good thing. So team challenges, SIPs and Cs. They're definitely SIPs and Cs. I guess I should say SIPs and Cs opportunity events. So there's one that's coming up on Thursday. Guys, make sure you go. That restarts the fire. That gets you going. You get around your Plexus peeps, our family, and you're just regenerated. You're talking to everybody, and it's like a big happy family reunion. And I love them because it gets me going and gets me restarted and gets me excited about working the business again. Super Saturdays, anytime that you have an opportunity, those come around once a year, make sure you get to do that. Opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity events. We just had one in March. That was a great, that's great because you get corporate coming down, you get those testimonials, you get those people excited, and it gets you excited, and then that spreads, and that can spread to, you know, your other ambassadors, new customers, that type of a thing. Team trainings, you guys, congratulations. You're all here. You're doing a team training. So in person, we've done quite a few at Susan, or not Susan, but at Kathy and John's team trainings, and also here on Zoom calls or online meetings. Online events, we've had a lot of people on our team that do online events, and those are very successful. It's just neat because you can just, it's not a video like what we're doing right here, but it's just a post on Facebook, you know, here's information about our products, and they can ask questions. I love doing those. I've had Kathy and Tawny and Ashley. I've had quite a few people on our team and sidelines help with those online events. And I'll tell you what, people love it. They just absorb it up and just eat it all up. Okay, so this is my last little section. So things to help you grow and your business grow. I've covered a lot, and I'm probably talking really fast, but I have my notes. And if you guys want any of that, and I see there's quite a few questions, so or just some comments on the chat. But I watched a video just earlier today that Kathy posted about the 7-day challenge. Totally, those are worth it. In fact, I signed up to do the one that's coming up next month. Yeah, I'm ready to grow this. So anyway, 7-day challenges. Hop on, get on, do it. Even if it is for you to learn how to do it, this is why our team does this. This is repetition. We're showing you guys how to do things so that you can spread it out on down your team. So it's to replicate, duplicate, so that your team can do it on their own. A 30-day weight loss challenge or new you challenges. So Plexus just did the 60-day challenge. I've done a couple with like Katie Coughlin and Tawny and Kathy and those guys where they've got these groups together, and it's been either like a 30-day challenge or a 60-day challenge or a 90-day. I think we did one 60 or 90 last fall. And it was great because we're in this group. You ante up some money for prizes, and you get, the support from the people in the group, and you get, it could be team members or future customers or current customers, and you have that support group, and you have, exercise ideas and food ideas and this, that. It's the greatest. Take part of those opportunities every chance you can. Giveaways to new customers. There are definitely things that you can do behind the scenes, and also you can post on Facebook. I know there's a rule, and Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if it's like once a month you can have a rule or post a giveaway or a discount or something like that. I can't remember, but I do remember seeing something on that you can start doing a giveaway for customers. In fact, I just did one. I did a 3-day giveaway. Someone on our team did the guess how many's in the cup. And so I did that. And then the closest person won a 3-day trial. So I did something like that. So share your why. I already mentioned that. Incentives for your team. So, help your team grow. It's to say, hey, if we can get, 2 new ambassadors this month, either from me, from you, whoever, just say, hey, I'll offer a $25 gift card. I've done for my team. It's like, hey, if you guys can order, 100 in PV, I'll put you all in for a $50 drawing. So, sometimes that helps, sometimes some people just aren't interested. But you need to do what you can. As long as your team sees that you're trying to help with the motivation and they can see that you're working, it's going to come through. I promise. Consistency will pay off. So Plexus swag. I love this one because I own a lot of it. But what that does is when you're wearing your shirt or whatever it is, a hat or, something, people are going to ask questions. I've had people, especially like my blingy ones, they just kind of look at me and like, okay, I thought Plexus was that electronic place out in Nampa. I'm like, nope, we're a health and wellness company from Arizona. Would you like to know more? So, that's how you can get people to ask questions. So definitely wear your Plexus swag. Do not be ashamed. One thing is that I have found that's been very beneficial, and this isn't even half my library. See this? Do you guys know what these are? These are marketing books. And I have read all of these, except for I'm still reading this one and this one. I'm actually reading them both at the same time. But this was part of my IPA challenge. Now, I'll tell you what, there's GoPro in here from Eric, and there's a ton. Like I said, this is only a tip of the iceberg. I'm sure all you guys have some amazing books too. I've got Icebreakers from Big Al. He was at one of our conventions. Love this guy. In fact, I folded over the pages. I don't know if you can really see it, but I folded over the pages where I've done that. I take notes. I've highlighted. I've taken notes, everything. This one has been really fun. The four colors of personalities. I've used this a lot. I love this. This is a good book. And it's been neat as we've talked with team and stuff like that, how people are relating. Oh yeah, she's a red or she's a blue. I think I'm a blue and a yellow, honestly, tell you myself. But like the network super marketing star, I've read that one, Mary Christensen. This is a good one. I've got a lot of her pages marked too. My favorite too, Sarah Robbins. She was one of my first books. In fact, this GoPro book, I won at a meeting at John and Kathy's house. So I won this from them, and it's been marked too and highlighted. So Rock Your Network Marketing Business, Sarah Robbins is amazing. Go for No. I love this book. No to me means next opportunity or no, not yet. John C. Maxwell, another one, How to Win 25 Ways with People and How to Win Friends and Influence People. So this is just a little chunk of some good books. Make sure you do your personal development. We've covered a lot. A lot of what I said could also be personal development, learning tools from Plexus, your back office. Leave business cards wherever you go, whether you're grocery shopping, dressing rooms. I've done that. Gas stations. I think Tawny's done and put it in the card reader. She's put her business card in there. Restaurants, hotel rooms, etc. Whatever you can think of, put it out there. I can honestly say I haven't had any return calls from that. But you know what? What if you did that and it would actually change somebody's life? So don't give up on those opportunities. You never know who you might reach out and touch. Okay, guys, that was a lot. It was really fast. Do you guys have any questions or any comments or anything to add?
We had a question on what's the name of that program that's kind of like Buffer, but you can only schedule it a day out, 24 hours out.
Okay, so that is actually in Facebook, where you go in and you put the year, and then it's like the day, the time. So that's within Facebook itself.
Is there any chance you could screen share and show us?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. That's one I'm actually not familiar with, and some people in the chat were asking about that.
Sure. Let me get right back to that. Okay, so in Facebook, so let me close that one. So I'm going to post something, okay? Whatever. So see this calendar right here? It says set date and time of your post. So this is what I was talking about when I had that screenshot in there. So here's your year, 2017, month, April, day. Now if you look, oops, sorry, so it goes to 25th. So this is the latest I can schedule out. I can't go into the future. It's just for the day. So like I said, if you were on early in the morning and you're an early riser, you can get up at 5 a.m. or whatever, and you remember, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out here, but I don't want my post to go until like, let's say 10 a.m. Okay, it even goes down to the minute. Okay, and then post what you want. You click post, and what that does is that schedules that out there, and it'll sit there until that time comes, and it'll post it to your feed.
I think that is so brilliant, because I know there's so many times that I think of something to post at like 11 in the morning or 10 in the morning, because that's kind of a slow time for me. But people aren't on Facebook very much at 10 and 11 in the morning. There's really popular times of the day when people are on, like lunch and right after work in the evenings, early evenings. And so it'd be super smart for me to schedule my posts out for higher traffic times a day.
Definitely early in the morning. What I've been seeing is like 6, anywhere between 6 and 8, just before people get into work, is where a lot of popular, where I've seen a lot of posts where a lot of my likes or comments and stuff have been too. So anyway. So does anybody else have any other questions about any of the tips, or does somebody have some tips that they would like to share?
You have to unmute yourself if you want to talk, if you're new to Zoom, because you're currently muted. So make sure you unmute yourself or type in the chat box. I have one real quick while people are thinking, and that is, I love the binder idea, and I love Plexus Power Tools, but when I'm on the go, there's some information that you need over and over and over again, like the comp plan, like the pricing list, like the picture of the current welcome packs. I mean, there's certain things information that you'll use over and over. And so I created a folder on my phone. So in my picture gallery, I created a folder that's Plexus, and I put all my most frequently used graphics. I save them to that folder. And that way, when I need that at the last minute, I'm not hopping on the team page saying, does anybody have the, not that that's not okay, but just, I don't have to jump on the team page and hope that somebody will throw me out the graphic that I need, because I have it saved on my phone.
That's true. And I totally forgot, because I am famous for that. I'll find a post or something like that, and I screen swipe it. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know how to screenshot. Sometimes, when you're on your phone, you can push the picture and save it, but my new phone doesn't do that anymore. I literally have to swipe across that, and then it snapshots it, and then it saves it to my gallery. So in fact, I just did that, I think, on a post just before I got in. I'm like, oh, I need to make sure I remember that. And I heard it and screenshotted it so I can go back and reread it, or as my reminder for later.
Or like that, how to order a 7-day trial graphic, how to order as an ambassador, how to order as a retail customer. I have all those saved on my phone.
Yep, those are good ideas. So I appreciate you guys being on. Does anybody else have any other questions, or do you guys have something you want to add? I'm sure all of you people have some tip or trick that you guys have done or learned that you're just dying to share, right? Come on, Ashley, I know you've got something, right?